Hello, and thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Today's episode is going to be titled, People Will Always Have Something Negative to Say. Recently, I was on a website trying to meet new people. As I talked to different people, I kept noticing the same thing over and over. When I tried to connect with someone new, they would often say really negative and disrespectful things to me. Most of the comments were about how I look, especially my weight. Complete strangers felt comfortable making cruel remarks about my body. At first, I didn't understand why they were saying all this. It hurt, and I started wondering what was wrong with me. Was it really about my weight? Did I need to lose weight so people would stop being mean? That was my first reaction. When someone says something harsh about how you look, it's natural to think maybe they have a point. But then I stopped and thought about it more deeply. I realized it probably isn't really about my weight or how I look at all. Because if you look around, you'll see people who look completely different from me, who also receive hate all the time. Think about bodybuilders on Instagram. These are people who dedicate their lives to achieving what society considers the perfect body. And yet, they get so much hate too. People say terrible things about them, so if you really think about it, it doesn't matter what size you are. You will always have people saying negative things about you. There is no escape from that reality. No matter what you do, someone somewhere is always going to have something negative to say. This is just something you need to understand about life. You cannot escape other people's opinions. It doesn't matter what you change about yourself. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're broke, and people make fun of you for being poor. Then you become rich. Now you have all the things people use to mock you for not having. You would think the mocking would stop, but it doesn't. Now you have other people who make fun of you for being rich, or they try to take advantage of you. Some people might be jealous. So people are going to dislike you or say negative things no matter what changes you make. That's the honest truth. I'm sharing this because a lot of people think there's a way to escape negativity. They think there's a way to get away from people's harsh judgments. But there really isn't. This is what I've learned in my own life. If I lose weight someday, it will be because I need to do it for myself. If I change something about my appearance, it will be for my own health and well-being. It won't be because I think people will make fun of me less, because I now understand that's not how it works. Think about it as an endless cycle. If you change your weight, they'll make fun of your hair. If you change your hair, they'll make fun of your nose. If you get plastic surgery and change your nose, they'll make fun of your eye color. If you change your eye color, they'll make fun of your ears. It never ends. They will always find something else. It's just a huge loop that never reaches an end. And trying to change everything about yourself simply to please people is a complete waste of your time and energy. You could spend your whole life trying to fix every little thing someone makes fun of, and you would never reach the finish line. Because the problem isn't the things they're making fun of. The problem is that they want to make fun of something. A lot of times when we try to change ourselves, what we're really doing is trying to be accepted by other people. We want to fit in. We want people to like us. But here's the thing. If you're trying to be accepted by people who make fun of you, then you're already in the wrong group. People who genuinely like you won't treat you that way. They won't make you jump through hoops to earn their acceptance. That's not how real friendship works. So what it really comes down to is finding people who don't act like that. Finding people who accept you as you are from the beginning. I know this isn't always easy. Sometimes we want so badly to be accepted that we're willing to put up with almost anything. We tell ourselves that if we can just get them to like us, everything will be better. But in the long run, you'll figure out that it was never the right decision. The outcome is never good when you change yourself just to please negative people. As someone in their early 30s, I've seen a lot when it comes to social media. I was there when smartphones first became popular in the early 2000s. I've watched countless trends come and go over the past 16 years. People think they're cool because they jump on whatever is trending. They change their look to fit in with what's popular. Some people think that following trends will help them gain acceptance. Let me give you an example. Say you're getting made fun of for how you look. Then a particular style becomes really trendy online, like the goth look. You see it everywhere. So you think, maybe if I change my style to something trendy, people will stop laughing at me. So you do it. You go all in on the goth look. And what happens? The negativity doesn't stop. It just changes. Now people call you a Satanist or assume you're dangerous. They find new things to say about you. This proves that it really doesn't matter what look you have. You could dress any way possible, and someone will always have something negative to say. There's no winning when you're playing by other people's rules. So what's the point? The point is that you have to stop looking for approval from people who are determined to tear you down. You have to accept that there will always be negative people with negative opinions. That's just life. The only thing you can control is how you respond. You can let it eat away at you, or you can accept that criticism will come no matter what and focus on living your life for yourself. For me, I've learned that if I make changes, they need to be for me. If I lose weight, it will be because I want to feel better in my own body. It won't be because I think it will make people stop saying mean things. Because I know now that it won't. They'll just find something else. This isn't always easy to remember. When someone says something hurtful, it stings. You want to defend yourself. You want to prove them wrong, but that's exactly what they want. They want to have power over you. The best thing you can do is take that power back. Realize that their words say more about them than they do about you. Happy people don't go around tearing others down. When someone says something mean about your appearance, it's usually because they have their own issues going on. Another thing I've learned is that the people who matter won't treat you that way. The right people will accept you as you are. They won't put conditions on their friendship. It might take time to find those people. It might mean being alone for a while. But it's worth it. When you do find your people, you'll wonder why you wasted so much time worrying about what negative people thought. I wish I had understood all this years ago. I wish I had known that the goal isn't to change enough that people stop criticizing you. The goal is to become secure enough that their criticism doesn't destroy your peace. Even when you find your people, you'll still encounter negativity sometimes. That's just part of life. But when you have a strong foundation, those comments bounce off instead of sinking in. So that's where I'm at now. I'm working on accepting myself, even when parts of the world tell me I should be different. I'm working on making changes for the right reasons, not to escape criticism that will follow me no matter what. It's a process. Some days are easier than others. But I'm getting better at letting the negativity go. At the end of the day, you only get one life. You can spend it chasing approval from people who will never be satisfied, or you can spend it being yourself and finding people who appreciate you for who you are. I know which one I'm choosing. Anyways, thank you for listening to this episode of the Moore's October Rants. Signing out. Have a good one, guys. Goodbye for now.